All right, and at this step, we're going to clean the carburetor of the Tecumseh 4.5 engine. This is part 2 of our multi-part series. Now, very often, the bolt that holds on this little reservoir is a 13 millimeter. Now, this particular one happens to be an 11 millimeter, and so I'm going to just unscrew it. It typically will have you know, a little bit of gas in it, so you'll notice that the gas is leaking out, which is fine. Okay, and then this screw has a number of holes in it. We want that gasket. We want to reserve that gasket. Actually, that gasket doesn't look that good. And then there's going to be holes that we will run a wire into in just a second to clean that up. Now this piece, hopefully I can pull it off. And that gas looks pretty bad. Smells pretty bad. Has a lot of residue in it. And in fact, this little needle came out already. So I'll clean all this up in a second. We'll decide whether we need a new needle, and we'll spray it out with carburetor cleaner. It does already look like we're going to need a couple gaskets, though. This one doesn't look in that good a shape, but we'll try it. Okay, so I'm going to dump this out. And then I'm going to spray things down. This particular carburetor, like most of them, have a little post that you can remove that will free this float up. Now the float holds the needle, and the needle needs to have a nice smooth slope to properly regulate the gas that comes up through there. And my eyes aren't good enough to know if it's good or not, so we'll just try it. We'll clean all this out, spray it out. We'll actually remove or pull this little tube that takes the mixed gas and air into the combustion chamber. In this particular case, I guess you just have to test it. It's 11 millimeter on this end and a 3/8 on the other end. So I'm going to undo these two bolts. And break this piece off so that I can better clean the carburetor. Okay, there's one of them. And here's the other one. So I'm going to actually set this up so I can remember how it goes back together by leaving these bolts in here just to help me when it's time to put it back together. Okay, there's a gasket right here. Again, it doesn't look good. So I'm probably going to end up getting a carburetor kit, but but just for the purposes of this video, I'll go ahead and start spraying it. Now, make sure you have eye protection. And we'll just kind of spray around and clean up some of this stuff. Ooh, watch out, yeah. Pretty gummy. Okay, we'll let that soak for a little while, and then we'll put it back together. You can go ahead and